Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from livelihood.com. Who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding? The date is 7th August 2018. Time right now is 6:06 in the evening. Yeah. All right. Today I'm going to give you a confession which I have not made in a very, very long time. That is my conversation with a porn star. Now, for those of you who know, I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people in terms of their personal branding. And through these 6-7 years that I've been a personal brand and through the 11 years that I've been a professional trainer, I have had the honor of bumping into various kinds of people, businessmen and actors, celebrities, many celebrities, not big-time celebrities, businessmen, CEOs, directors, students. However, in Dubai, I bumped into the person I least expected, and that was a porn star. Now, I'm not going to give you the name, but I bumped into this porn star, and I never thought, I never thought, first, I didn't recognize that this person was a porn star until the person invited me to a house where she was staying. She wanted personal branding, and she, called me to a house, and I thought she just wanted to meet up for business consulting because she had booked. She had told me, I'll pay you by the hour, whatever your rate is, you can come down. So I came down. When I came down there, and she was dressed up amazingly hot, but, professional, and come here to do my work. She was really dressed up hot, and, she had all the drinks and all that, and I let her know that I don't drink and all that. And food was there. So, food means just snacks. So, we started to talk, and she asked me intelligent questions, okay? She did ask me intelligent questions, and I gave her all the answers. Finally, and the funny thing is, all this while, I thought it was more in terms of being a celebrity or a model or someone who wants to move into the movie business, and from the movie business branch out into being a brand. So I was sharing with her my thoughts, my ideas, suggestions. Finally, I asked her, like, which all movies have you done? And she started to give me these weird ass names like Rock Hard and This Hard and Wet and Wild and this and that. And I was like, okay. And then she said, if you have not figured it out by now, I'm a porn star. The minute she said porn star, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know you're a porn star. And she said, yeah, I'm a porn star. I said, wow, that's new because, and I didn't make it like, ooh, you're a porn star. Ooh, you're a porn star. It was, I told her, wow, this is like the first time I'm actually meeting someone who is telling me that they're a porn star. I've never met a porn star. And wow, that's amazing. Like, for me, it was a pleasant surprise. And then I said, I'm just curious if it's okay. I'd just like to ask you questions. And she was like, go ahead, ask me. I know what you most probably would ask. So I said, yeah, I just want to ask you. So I asked her, how's it being a porn star? The short answer is, it's just normal. It's just work. Then I asked, obviously, questions like, do you get turned on every time? She said, no. How do you prepare? And she gave me the saying that they have to go through a blood test. Porn stars go through more blood tests than any normal average individual, more blood tests, and they are very, very safe. So they have to go to multiple blood tests. They have to be sure there's a legality of documents. There are agents, and it's not as glamorous as it looks like. They have to pay lots of people lots of money, agents and casting directors, and this. They have to give their cut to almost everybody. And for girls, it's comparatively easy because they just have to make sure that they're prim, proper, and ready, because grooming is ultra important. And she even opened up about hygiene. Like, it's not just being hygienic or being clean. It's, you need to bleach even your underarms, even your butthole, even your private areas, your vagina. You have to bleach it so that it doesn't look dark. So I was like, oh, that's something new. I didn't know that. And then she also did tell me that when they do have sex, the challenges that they face, like Sometimes they have a list of instructions that they tell, like, I will not do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will not do this. And then when they're having sex, suddenly the guy maybe puts his finger in their butt, or, that particular apparatus where they open the asshole or the vagina hole or whatever. So I was like, ooh, okay. So I was like, they don't tell you and they do it. And she's like, yeah. And sometimes we let them know that we don't like rough sex, and they suddenly get into the rough, this thing. And they're like, stop it, what are you doing? So, uh, you know, when we went through the conversation, what I realized is it's not as glamorous as it looks like. It's very business oriented, and it's a very tough industry. It's not like all that fun. In fact, the thing that surprised me the most, what really surprised me the most, was they don't make enough money. Like, given the fact that she was slightly established, not like major, she was only making like $500 a session. $500. While the male porn stars apparently would make even up to $100 for a whole day's work. And the most toughest part was, for a male, being a male was more tough than being a female. You had to get it hard. If they say, okay, start, and you have to get it hard. So they had to have their techniques, how they would get it hard. And when the director would say, okay, now you climax. And the person had to climax within that framework, because they're just waiting. She'll be like, come on, climax, climax. And she's trying to show that expression. So the pressure is on. And, it's like, more or less, you come to know everyone from the industry. Everyone knows everyone. So everyone prefers to work with everyone. I think what was the hardest thing for her was keeping and maintaining relationships, because that proved to be very hard. Most of the people would look at her as a sexual object. And apparently on social media, people were pretty cruel. I'll tell you, I read some of the comments. I was like, oh, fucking hell, this is bad. People even threaten her. Many of them, when they go on dates, then they misbehave with them. She also gave me examples where people will grab her and, shout profanities at her. So, they are like ostracized by the religious community, by people. Many people don't want to stay with them. So overall, it was quite an experience meeting a porn star. Did we have sex? I'm sure. Yes, we did. Finally, we ended up having sex. It was great. But the sad fact was I came too fast. Yes, so that was another one. But I would just say that she turned out to be a wonderful human being, really nice person, someone whom I still have a lot of respect for. Am I in touch? Here and there, sometimes I see her updates here and there. But it's a struggle, I'll tell you. The most tragic bit was them not having relationships, not having a life. And they are pretty confused what to do next. Not all of them come from broken families. Some of them choose this life. It's a tough life. And yes, they do get into smoking, drinking, drugs. She also had a problem with her health in terms of diabetes, so she had to take care of that. So, and as they grow older, I think they begin to ask, now what? What do I do next? Where do I move, and how do I go forward? So yeah, I just thought I would share with you my views on working with a porn star as a personal branding strategist. I would say roughly we were in touch with each other, like on a regular basis for 6 months. Then eventually just died off. And today she's just friends here and there. So yeah, this is my experience of being a media porn star. And the other stuff that she gave me was pretty outright horrific. I mean, stuff that I guess I just want to maintain the confidentiality, and pretty sensitive information, so it was pretty bad. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Please put your comments. I'm not going to tell you the name. I cannot. But do put your comments down below. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. And if you want my services, please go to thinkpersonalbranding.com. This is me signing off for now. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you want to believe it, believe it. Don't want to believe it, don't believe it. I don't give a fuck anyway. So, this is life, man. I guess, in hindsight, why she got in touch with me is because of my looks. Because you never get a personal branding strategist. Okay, take care. Thank you. Bye.